In 1916, New York City passed a law that would quietly change the shape of skylines forever. It wasn't about the streets. It wasn't about the sidewalks. It was about the sky. For the first time, the city decided that sunlight and air were worth protecting. The solution was radical: limit how tall buildings could rise straight up. That law created something strange, an invisible commodity floating above every property. It was called air rights. If a building didn't use all the vertical space it was allowed, that unused space could be sold. Not the bricks, not the land, the empty air above it. Developers realized they could buy that unused air and stack it onto their own projects. Suddenly, the skyline wasn't just steel and concrete, it was math. And behind that math were lawyers, developers, and city planners negotiating the value of nothing. In some neighborhoods, those invisible rights became worth millions of dollars. Churches, theaters, and small buildings sitting quietly on valuable land were suddenly holding hidden treasure. They weren't selling their history, they were selling the sky above it. Some of the tallest buildings in New York exist because someone, somewhere, sold their air. One of the most famous examples sits beside Grand Central Terminal. In the 1960s, developers wanted to build a massive tower above the historic station. Preservationists fought back, arguing that history couldn't be overshadowed for profit. The case went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the ruling would define how air rights could be used across America. The court decided cities could limit development to protect public good, but they also confirmed that air above a property had measurable economic value. From that moment on, air became an asset class. Today, developers assemble skyscrapers like puzzles, collecting air parcels from multiple neighbors. Entire city blocks negotiate over sunlight, shadows, and cubic feet of nothingness. In some cases, a single deal for air rights can exceed $100 million. And yet, most pedestrians walking below have no idea they're passing under privately owned sky. The concept has spread beyond New York to Chicago, Hong Kong, Tokyo, and beyond. As cities grow denser, the battle for vertical space only intensifies. Because in the modern metropolis, land is finite, but the sky feels limitless. And when something feels limitless, markets find a way to measure it. The man who sold the sky wasn't a single person, it was a system. A legal innovation that turned empty space into profit. And every time a new tower pierces the clouds, it's proof that even the sky can be owned.